Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back. Tell a friend. Hey, everybody, here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be doing part 2 on my discussion on what a AAA game is. But before we go any further, let me just say, if you like this video, any other videos on the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're a really big fan and want to be a big supporter of me and my content, head over to Mikey J Productions, my main channel, and become a member. We got a great Discord community and everything we're developing there. And we're having a lot of fun, so you don't want to miss out on it. We will get into part 2 of what a AAA game is after the intro coming in now.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
America! Demand your...
JP!
I want
MJP!
I want my
MJP!
I want my...
MJP!
Call your cable company and say I want my...
MJP!
Now, let me just start this by saying, part of me doesn't even feel the need to make this video because I am basing all of this off of facts and, true, information. While I'm getting some heat from people who are strictly arguing based on opinion. And so I'm a little perturbed that I even have to do this, but I'm going to do it because some of you people are just so incorrect about this that I feel the need to address it once more. So, and if you're a little confused about what I'm talking about, I'll put a link to the part 1 here so you can check it out. But let's go. You guys want some more information, so let's do this. And we're going to start by the website Gamepedia, and it's a AAA comprehensive guide. And you can Google this yourself, everyone. It's not hard to find. And it says, how do we define AAA games? We need to start with defining what exactly a AAA game is. AAA games are generally classified as those which have significant budget for production as well as marketing, and which are conventionally developed by major studios and publishers. As a result of this, these high-profile games are expected to be of excellent technical and graphical quality with top-notch mechanics, minimal bugs, high production value. The term came to existence in the 1990s. And then here are some more definitions on what a AAA game is. Number 1, let me highlight this: development budget, because this is the number 1 issue that people seem to be having a problem with. They think I am just talking about this out of thin air, and I'm like, no, this is not me just making things up to make my point. These games have a massive budget. Here, let me highlight that. Massive budget, usually ranging upwards of $50 million. For example, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt was developed at a budget of $81 million. It is estimated that Grand Theft Auto 5 cost $137 million just to develop. That is the number 1 criteria for a AAA game, is development budget. So it's not how much money the game made in its lifespan. It's how much the game cost to make. And number 2 is team size. The production teams of AAA title video games are huge, with at least 50 to 100 employees working on it. For instance, at Ubisoft's AAA game development involved 400 to 600 staff for open world games split across multiple locations and countries. Number 3, gain scope. These games usually have several features and modes that are narrative based. Narrative based. Number 4, genres. Action, adventure, shooter, RPG, and sports are the most commonly seen genres. What do you not see mentioned here? Fighting games. I don't see fighting games, nor do I see arcade games. No. Number 5, graphic quality. They are expected to be high quality and have the latest in graphics technology such as real-time ray tracing, particle effects, and detailed textures. Number 6, technology usage. They tend to use the latest technologies like game engines, custom development tools, and more. These studios often develop their own proprietary game engines such as Epic Games' Unreal Engine and use expensive technologies like motion capture to render gorgeous cinematics and smooth character movement. These games are made for a newer generation of consoles and high caliber PCs. Let me underline that. Newer generations of consoles and higher caliber PCs. They are not arcade games. Marketing push. Marketing budget can also be similar to or even higher than the development cost. For example, Final Fantasy VII, which I've already covered, which is generally considered the first AAA game, had a marketing budget of around it cost around 45 million to make and had a US marketing budget of around 100 million. So we're talking 145 million just to make that game back in 1997, including its production and marketing value. I mean, I don't know how I can say this any clearer. It talks about Madden. The Madden NFL 2002 had Super Bowl ads. Level of game polish / number of bugs. AAA games should ideally be well polished and have a small number of glitches or bugs. Due to the large number of people working on the budget, hiring famous and established voice actors and character models is well-established process for these games. Franchise release. These games are usually intended to become franchise post-success. For example, Skyrim, Dragon Age, Inquisition, and FIFA. Studio size. On whether they've made AAA titles before. These games are usually made by large established studios or talent experienced in making them. Higher threshold of success. Ideally, these games sell upwards of 2 million copies to break even, if not be profitable. Though this depends on their total budget, when The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt launched in 2015, it sold 9 million units that year. In May of 2020, the developing studio and CD Projekt Red announced that it had sold 50 million units in a tweet. So they're expected to sell, millions upon millions of copies. We're not talking about putting quarters into a machine. We're talking about games that cost $50, $60 a piece. And that's just, one website here. Let's go more. ARM.com glossary. See, look. What did I Google? AAA video game definition. We got some slick people in the community trying to say, well, I read this definition and it said something else, and I read that definition. So where are you getting your BS definitions? Because when I Google it, this is what I see. What are AAA games? The term AAA game is a classification used within the video game industry to signify high-budget, high-profile games that are typically produced and distributed by large, well-known publishers. These games often rank as blockbusters due to their extreme popularity. Many of the part of the franchise's success, with new installments building on the success of previous games. So again, we're talking high budget. See, that's the common denominator that I'm seeing on all this is high budget. Not how much the game made, how much money the game cost to make. Here's some on Quora. AAA is a classification term used for games with the highest developmental budgets. Here, IGN. Let's see what IGN has to say. Number 1, a video game publisher or video game studio in terms of budget for both development and marketing. Let's highlight that again for everyone. A major video game publisher or video game studio in terms of budget for both development and marketing. Oh, this is starting to get a little tiresome, everyone. Geeky gaming stuff. What do they say? AAA games are video games produced or developed by a major publisher with allocating huge budget for both development and marketing. I don't know what else to say to some of you guys. Like, I mean, I can just go on and on. Every website that I read says the same thing about budget. Some people were upset with me quoting Wikipedia, but the reason I quoted Wikipedia is because they present the information in the most straightforward manner. And so I am going to emphasize something else. 15 million to 20 million at least for a new game. So if the game costs less than that to produce, if it costs less than 15 million, it is not AAA. And this is on the low end. And then we're talking about a marketing budget of at least 40 million. But this is on the low end because 125 million, 80 to 145 million for Final Fantasy 7, 47 to 70 million for Shenmue, 265 million for Grand Theft Auto 5, 400 to 600 people involved in the creation of some of these games. It's like people think I'm just trying to discredit these arcade games, and no, I am not. I love arcade games. That's not my point in all of this. My point in all of this is to show people that they're using the term AAA incorrectly. The budget for Street Fighter 2 was 2.45 million, and in today's money, that is around a little under 5 million in 2021. That is not a AAA budget. It is not. We've already established what the parameters for a AAA game are. And not only was Street Fighter 2 released before AAA games was even a thing, it doesn't meet the qualifications, everybody. It just doesn't. It doesn't mean it's not a great game. It just means it doesn't meet the requirements. Okay, look at Mortal Kombat. The game's budget was around $1 million. Mortal Kombat cost $1 million to produce. That is well below the parameters that have been established by IGN and all the other sources that I have discussed here. So, in conclusion, I don't know where my fellow content creators are getting this information, but it is faulty information at best. I think I've established what the proper information is here. I don't know how much more clearly I can be for you guys. You saw what you saw. I'm going to multiple websites, and they are all saying the same thing. And I don't know what else to tell you guys. That this is what AAA is. And you might not like it, but that doesn't change the fact that that's what it is. It doesn't mean that the Mortal Kombat franchise as a whole isn't AAA. I absolutely would say it is. As with Street Fighter, the franchise as a whole. But that doesn't mean that those games, especially the old original arcade games, are AAA, because they do not meet the parameters that the video game industry itself has defined. It's not just me making this stuff up. This is what the video game industry defines as AAA. Well, there it is, everyone. That is my video for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like, hit the like on the way out. I'd appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you on the next one. Take care, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.